Welcome back to the Crochet Crowd as well as my friends over at yarnspirations.com. Today we're going to do the waffle texture bag on camera. I'm going to show you how to get started to do this, and then we're going to move up to the top, to the base, and then to the straps. So I have it so that we're going to be going in a circle, but we're not going to go continuously around. You're going to go around and then back and around and back, like very much like a typewriter. And you can really tell where I've done this because if you look at the colors, you can see that I came across as yellow and then I turned around and went the other way. And you're going to notice that this is going to happen. So when you go to use this bag, you're going to want to keep that on an edge because you will never see both sides at the same time. Therefore both sides will look completely perfect. So this is the waffle stitch. You can see that there's a lot of great texture involved with this. We're going to be using Karen cotton cakes today, and this is called Blushing Melon. And this goes a long way. You'll need 3 balls in order to complete this. This is really a no hassle pattern. It's really quite easy to follow, and today I'm going to get you started to do that. But before we begin, let's talk a little bit about what I'm going to be doing today. So what I'm going to do for you is that I'm going to make a smaller sample on how to do this, and then we're going to carry back from this project here and finish this here on camera. So this is in multiples of 3. If you want a bigger bag, then all you just need to do is go in multiples of 3. So there's a total of 99 here of stitches in order to make this work. So it's a really kind of a neat idea, and I think that you'll enjoy it at the same time. So if you want something smaller, just keep it in multiples of 3. And we are doing a continuous going around in a circle so that we don't really have any obvious stitch lines as well along the side. So without further ado, let's grab our 4mm size G crochet hook today. Let's grab our cotton cakes and let's get going. So I had Daniel make you a diagram, and it was actually a lot easier for myself also to do this. So what we're going to do is that we're going to start off with our chain, and then we're going to join it. So there should technically be a join here somewhere, right about there somewhere. And then what's going to happen is that we are going to chain up a 3, and then do you see that these arrows are pointing in a direction? So when we're going to follow it in this direction and then come back and then join it with the slip stitch on the other side. Then what's going to happen is that we are going to then chain up 3, and then we're going to go, see this arrow, we're going to go in this direction. So every time we get to the slip stitching here, we want to turn our project and go in the opposite direction. So you're going to go back and forth. Even though it's a continuous circle, we want to do that. And the reason why we're doing that is that you'll see that these front post double crochets that you have, if you don't do that, what happens is that it goes up on an angle like this. So you want to go back and forth like this in order to keep these going straight up and down. So let's begin now. So let's begin with the slip knot. Just leave an extra long tail there so that you can deal with that later to be able to secure it in with the darning needle or the tapestry needle. I want you to chain a total of 99. I'm not going to do 99 here on camera. I'm just going to do a small sample. So if you'd like to change the size, just keep it in multiples of 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and go all the way to 99 for me, and meet me back here in just a moment. So once you have 99 done, what I want you to do is that I want you to take the strand and make sure that it's not twisted at all, and just put the first chain on there and just yarning over, pulling it through and through. So now you're good to go. So we're going to begin our first revolution around, and we're going to chain a total of 3, and that's going to count as your first double crochet. So 1, 2, 3. And we're just going to go into the next one. So I want you to go into the back loops of these chains. It makes it a lot easier, and you'll thank yourself later, trust me. So the back loop, if you look at it, it's like a serpent's back. So you'll see that there's a flat side, and go on the back loop only. And I want you to go and double crochet in each one of the back loops of the chain all the way around, and then meet me back here in just a moment as we then progress to the next step. So double crochet in each chain around. So now that I have my 30 done, and you're going to want to probably double count to make sure that you have 99. You just want to join it to the top one, then to secure. Now technically what we would do if it was a hat or anything, we just chain up with 3 or whatever, and then we go in the same one. But because we want the waffle stitch, I want you to turn your project now and go in the other direction. You may want to turn it inside out as well. So what we're going to be doing now is that now that it's inside out, this is going to be the right side of the project. So when all the texture is going to happen on this side. So let's begin round number 2. We're going to chain up 3. So 1, 2, 3, and that counts as the first double crochet that's sitting over top of. And I want you to then double crochet into the next one. And now we're going to start doing some waffle texture. So the next one that you have here is going to be a front post double crochet. So wrap the hook coming from the side and in and pull through and then pull through 2 and 2 and that will lift that off of the project. You now come to the next stitch available to you, so the next 2 in a row will each be a double crochet. So 1 and 2. So now you've got 2 that are regular. The next one is now a front post double crochet. So here's what you're going to do for your entire round. You're going to have 2 double crochets in a row that are just regular, and then the next one is a front post double crochet. And I want you to do that now all the way around. Okay, so 2 double crochets and then a front post double crochet, and keep on doing that all the way, and I'll see you at the end of this round. Now eventually you get all the way back around. So I got 2 double crochets in a row, and then the third one, which is the final, is a front post double crochet. So how do I know that's even accurate? Because we started off with considered of 2 double crochets as regular. Remember that chain 3 counts as a double crochet. So you had 2 in a row and then 1 front post double crochet, just like you have here. So once you get that done, I want you to slip stitch to the top of the first chain 3, and guess what we're going to do? We're going to flip it again inside out and turn. Now we're looking at the inside of the project, and this is round number 3. So what I need you to do is that I need you to chain 2. This counts as nothing. This is a builder, and this same one, this chain 3 that you went into, that you joined to, is gonna be your first front post double crochet. So what I want you to do then is just go into that one, and then what I want you to do then is that the next one is a regular double crochet. So how are you gonna identify this really easy? See how these are standing off and the other ones are more in behind? The ones that are standing off are going to be front post double crochets. So this is what's gonna keep those waffles looking amazing. So if you can look for that visual aid, it's a lot easier. So the one that's sitting in behind practically is a regular double crochet. So there's only 1 double crochet in a row this time on this round. So here's the 2. Do you see how they're standing off? Just make those as front post double crochets. Now I know you're dying for me to turn the project around and see what you're doing. So if you turn it, voila, there's the waffle. So continue then around. So the next one is a regular double crochet, and the other 2 that look like they're standing off, those are gonna be front post double crochet. So please do that all the way around for this round. So I'm coming all the way around. These are front post double crochets, and I can tell. So when I first started doing this, I wasn't able to see that cue, and then I realized that's what I'm looking at. So the next one is a regular double crochet, and we have 1 stitch left that's on its own, and guess what that would be? If this is a front post double crochet and the next one is a regular double crochet, what does this need to be? It's a front post double crochet. So it keeps that in balance so that there's 2 in a row. Then I want you to just join it to the top of the first front post double crochet that you started with. So we're gonna turn our work, and we're going to do round number 4. So round number 4 is where you're going to finish off when you get to your 11 inches tall, and I'll explain that in a moment. So now we're going to move up. So in order to move up, we're going to chain 3, counts as a double crochet, and now the next one is gonna be a double crochet. And guess what the next one's gonna be? It's a front post double crochet. See how this line builds up? So this one must be a front post double crochet. See, and you're keeping the waffle true. So the next 2 are regular double crochets. So that means that the third one must be a front post double crochet. And you can see that the waffling is taking effect. So the next 2 are doubles, and the next one is a front post double crochet. So please do that all the way around for round number 4, and then all you just need to do is go back and do round number 3 and 4 and 3 and 4, and you're going to finish off when it gets to 11 inches tall from this point all the way to the top, and you're going to finish off on round number 4, which is what you see here. So when I come back, I'm going to be bringing you back to the regular project, and then we're gonna finish off the top of the bag. So by this part of the tutorial you should get your 11 inches tall and you will end up on round number 4. So you'll be looking at the good side of the project. That is why I told you to end on round number 4, so that you're looking at this. So what you're going to do then, once you've finished round number 4, we do not turn our work. We're just immediately going to start the top band. So the top band, what we're going to do is this really quite simple. Just chain up 1 and put in 1 single crochet in each one of the stitches going all the way around. Okay, so this is gonna do a nice tight band at the top. So just 1 single crochet in each, and I'll see you at the end of this rotation. So I'm just completing round number 1 of the top band, and I'm just coming all the way around right to the final last stitch here, and then I'm just going to slip stitch to the top of the first one. So you don't turn your work, you just keep on going. So rounds 2, 3 and 4 are exactly the same. So chain up 1 and do 1 single crochet in each, and then join it and then move up again and again. So please get your the next 3 rounds done, and when I come back I'll have that done for you. I'll show you how to weave in your ends, and then we're gonna continue to the base of the bag next. So please do that now. So I'm coming up to finishing the final round, round number 4, and then we're going to fasten off, and I'm gonna show you how to weave in your ends. I'm only gonna show it to you once to weave in the ends so that you can get that basically follow the trick. So you're just going to join it to the top of the first one, and now I want you to cut an extra long strand because you're gonna use a tapestry needle to hide this in. Because it's the top of the bag, you don't want any loose ends falling out. So just pull that yarn through the remaining loop all the way. Pull it on it tight. Now you're just gonna feed that onto a tapestry needle. The secret to hiding in the yarn is to go back and forth 3 times. So just diving in and stay towards the back side. So stay towards the inside of the bag. So I should not see really much of that needle on the front side of the project. So just coming through, and when I pull on it I don't wanna warp it at all. Just pull on it. So there it is. And then you're gonna go through a different set of fibers in the other direction. And finally go back in the other direction one more time. 3rd time is a charm. And now you can safely cut that down into the project now, and you don't ever have to worry about that ever falling out on you. So now what we're going to do is that we're just going to go to the base of the bag, and we're going to just follow the seam line. I can see it here. If you're not sure, just kind of look for how the colors are not working together. You can see that, and I want you to go all the way to the base of the bag, and I want you to turn it upside down. And I'm gonna just back up the camera a little bit so you can see it clearly. I can't see it as well in person, but I can see it definitely on the monitor. So here it is here. So that's where I'm going to want to start in order to do the base of the bag. So let's do that next. So now grabbing the yarn, it just happens to be a different color than what's already there, and I'm just using the yarn as it's coming out. So I can see on the monitor where it is here. I don't see it as much in person, and that's where I want to attach at the top. And what we're going to do is just fasten on, and then chain 1 and then single crochet in the same one. So following around the bottom, because you want in the back hump of the chain that each one of these stitches will look like it's a complete stitch, and in fact that's because you want in the back hump. So if you didn't do that, you know, you can figure it out, but that's why I did it, because it makes it a lot nicer to be able to join. So I want you to put 1 single crochet in each of the stitches all the way around, and then join it, and then I will see you back here and we'll complete the final round together. So I'm coming all the way back around, and I've just single crocheted, and now I'm going to join to the top. So now the final round on the base of the bag is that you're going to chain up 1, and the first 2 are going to be 1 single crochet each, and then the next 2 are going to become single crochet 2 together. So just insert your hook into the stitch, pull through, go into the next stitch, pull through, you have 3 loops on the hook, pull through all 3. So the repeat pattern then is the next 2 are by themselves, so 1 single crochet in each, and then the next 2 are together. So single crochet 2 together. So 2 by themselves, and the next 2 are together. Please do that all the way around for this round. So I'm coming up all the way back around again, and I'm just maintaining that same idea. So I'm just maintaining everything right to the very end, and I'm just going to single crochet. Now I have only one stitch left and it should be 2 together, so I'm just gonna do 1 single crochet in the final, and we are just going to then just attach to the top. Now what I want you to do is leave an extra long yarn strand, and you're gonna use that yarn strand to sew the bottom together. So pull this up through the loop, and what we need to do is we need to position ourselves so that we're right on the seam. So I like to do whip stitching in this order here. I am right-handed, so I'm looking for the seam line, and what I want to do is lay it flat so that the seam line is on the side. Let me back up the camera a little bit for you. So you can see that. Okay, so here's where the seam line is, so I want to match that one. So I want to fold it in a way that it matches that seam line. There you go, got it. So when I turn it over, you can see there. Okay, so what I want to do is that I want to attach this with a whip stitch going across the base of the bag. So using your tapestry needle, feed on that extra long strand that you just had, and if it's already attached to your project, you're doing wonders. So let me bring you back in and let me show you what to do. So you're just going to just keep folding it in half and just go across each other. So just go into the 1 stitch and the 1 stitch on the other side and pull through. And pull it nice and tight. This is nice cotton. So you're just going to go to the next one on the base and then go to the next one on the top and through and pull nice and tight. So next one on the base, next one on the top. And I want you to do that all the way across the base of your bag, and then I'll see at the end of this we'll show you how to fasten this off and we'll be good to go. So just continue to whip stitch yourself across. When you get all the way to the other side, you're just gonna go into your very last one, which I've already done, and I'm just going to purposely go into a fiber here and just make sure that I kind of make it look like it turns into a knot. What I'm gonna do now is that I'm just going to glide this needle into some stitch work. Okay, it's about 1 inch in, and I want to go through once, and I want to go through twice, and I want to go in a 3rd time. So now we're gonna prepare to get ready for the straps, and I'll see you there in just a moment. So let's just finish this off nicely and do the straps next. So you're gonna need a couple straps. I like my straps to always be the same, so it's just a matter of just putting them together. So it's actually 6 rows. So 5 rows is single crochet, and the 6 you fold it up and put it together. What I'm gonna do for you now is that I'm going to turn on a different tutorial because I've done the same handles for a gazillion of these. So I'm going to show you this handle, but actually done in a different color, and these are chaining 100 just to verify that. So without further ado, I'm gonna show you how to do that, and then you're gonna make a total of 2 of them. Again, see how they're different colors? That's how they came out of the yarn ball, and because it's with this waffle textured bag that I think that it would look really awesome too, because it looks like it really does blend. So please do that now, and I get your handles done, and then I'll show you how to attach at the top. So we need to make 2 handles. You see here what they are is 5 rows, okay, 5 rows of single crochet, and then the 6th row what we do is we sandwich it up and single crochet our way all the way across, which creates a nice gripping handle which is not too obscene in your hands, like it's not too big. So let's begin to do that. So you have to only chain 100. You have to do 2 of these. I've got them already done, but I'll show you how that's done, and then we're gonna continue then to sew that to the project. So let's grab our 4mm size G crochet hook in order to play. So let's get our slip knot ready, and let's zoom in and let's get after it. So I want you to chain a total of 100. I'm not going to do 100 because I've already got it done. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So you're gonna have all the way to 100. I want you to turn it over and get the back hump of the chain and single crochet yourself all the way across. You will have the most perfect edge if you do it all the way like that. The only product that does not ever work on is Bernat blanket. When you turn it over to do that, it creates a gapping space because the yarn is so thick. But that is my standard technique of turning it over and getting the back chain. And actually I find with myself as a kid is that I could never get that chain to look right, and when you go in the back hump just like that, it literally creates the most perfect first row ever, and because you never have a row that kind of looks out of place. So that was row number 1 out of 5. Turn your work, and now this is 2. So chain up 1 and single crochet yourself all the way across and go right to the very end. So this is row number 2. Obviously it will take you longer to get across. You got 100 stitches. I only have like 9 at this time. So how did I know I had 9 without really having to count? Well, when you crochet a chain and you go second chain from the hook, so if I crochet 100 and I go second chain from the hook, that means I'll have 99 when you have to eliminate 1 stitch out or 1 chain. So turn your work. Let's do row number 3. Just continuing to go across. I kind of like this part of the project itself. You can sit in front of the TV, not really have to worry about too much. If you're a person that can watch TV and look away a lot, the handles are really quite easy to be able to master. So we're going to turn our work and go for row number 4. It's almost like a tango, isn't it? Do you remember Fred Flintstone doing the tango? I always remember the music from that. Okay, so this is row number 4 that we're about to finish. Turn our work, go for row number 5. So this is the final row. So just continuing to go. So what I want to do then, after I get row number 5 done, we want to sandwich this in half and create a tube shape like that. I really don't like crocheting small little mini tubes, but I like doing it like this where I can just do my rows back and forth and then fold it. It's a lot easier. It's less headache too. So what I want you to do is sink your hook into the first stitch and then fold it up and get the matching stitch on the other side and pull it together. Get your straggler and pull it through and then single crochet. So advance 1 stitch on the one side and advance the next stitch on the other side and put it together. And you're just gonna single crochet yourself all the way down, and you're seeing that you're creating a tube like shape by doing so. So please do that all the way down, and you can leave an extra long yarn tail at the end of this one because you can use that then to sew it to the project, which we'll be doing next. So eventually you get here, you can leave an extra long yarn strand, and then what we're going to do is pull down the project again, and we're going to start then marking it out where we want it, and then we're going to sew it to the bag. So now that your handles are complete, I want you to then begin to attach. So what I like to do for myself is that I grab some extra yarn strands, and we're gonna label exactly where we want these on the bag. So I want you to make sure that the seam line is where it's supposed to be. If you did the base, then it should be sitting flat anyway. So I like just to put my hand down, and to see the distance here, this is where I would like the first one. So this is just my own personal preference. It's about 3.5 inches. I usually do my bags like that, and that's how I know that measurement. And then what I'm going to do then is that I'll do the other side. My hands are pretty much equal, so I'm just gonna go into the one. So do you see that? And that's where I'm gonna put the other one in. So if you'd like to use a tape measure, you can too. It's up to you. I just know it works for me. So now that you have the first 2 labeled on the front, you have the back. So just let it fold out like this, and just simply flip it up, and then just match it to the other side, and then put the stitch marker in. So these are where your handles are gonna be. And now that they're labeled, we're going to then start attaching your handles. So a couple techniques that I strongly recommend. So do you see how we have this pink? I saved some pink out of my project, and when I go to sew this, I want to match this seam, this color, so that I can go right through the project and you won't even see it. So the first thing that we need to do is that we're going to be securing the back side first. So we're just gonna flip this up out of the way, and because we're looking at the back side of the project, it's easier to do than it is to look at the good side. So what I want you to do is that I want you to grab your yarn strand, just enough of it so that you can sew it into position. That might be a little bit too much, but that's okay. So we're going to create a slip knot of your on your yarn strand, and the other side is gonna go in through a tapestry needle. And what I want you to do is I want you to sink down to where this base is right here. This is the top of the waffle, and just grab it. So where you did the seam line here of the when you join them together, I want you to put it so that it's facing the inside of the bag. Okay, so it's on the inside. So what I want you to do is just go through this strap and through to the other side. Because it's the same color, it's pretty much a dead match on the other side, so you won't see it. And then just pull it through until you get to that slip knot area here. And then from the back side just come back forward through a different spot and just put that loop onto the needle. And when you pull it, it's going to tighten that slip knot around. Okay, and everything is good to go. So what my goal is that I'm gonna go up through here. I'm not gonna hit this area that's a different color, and then I'm gonna go across, back down, and back across, and then to the middle. So I'm just gonna go in to the other side. I'm using my feel on the other side, and once you think you got enough, you can remove that stitch marker out if it's getting in your way, and then come back. And then I want to go up. And now I'm starting to work across. You can always turn it around if you're not sure. I've been on this serious bag kick for the summer of 2018. I just like the simplicity of these bags. I can sit in front of the TV and not really have to think much about them, so I've been on this massive bag kick. So now I'm starting to come down the other side of the strap, and of course you can determine how much attaching that you need. And now I'm coming across the base, and now I'm gonna come up through here and go right in the center. And then back in. So when I go to secure it, then I want to be on the inside of the bag, which is where I am. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm just going to pull it through. Just go through some fibers on this side. Force it to kind of knot onto itself, so just loop it. And then go and do your in and out. Just staying on the strap, don't go through the project. So just go through once, twice, and 3 times. And now you can just safely trim it down, and when you turn it over, see, it's blending amazingly. So you can get rid of that stitch marker. So when you go to do the other side now, you're just gonna loop it up over. Okay, so make sure there's no twist to it, and the joining side that you did with that handle is going to be on here, and then you're going to repeat exactly what I just showed you in this one. And then once you're ready and get that secured, you're gonna flip it upside down. You're going to flip it like this and then do the other two just like that. So when I come back, we'll have that done, and I'll see you here in just a moment. So here's my finished waffle texture bag. I've got my handles now secured. I'm ready to go, and I have them long enough so I can put it over my shoulders. You can see it looks really good. Front side and the back side looks equally amazing. The Karen cotton case does a super job with this, and because it's made of cotton, I'm sure it will last forever too. So until next time, have a good one, and thanks so much to Yarnspirations, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye bye.